Everyone, I'm from Isaac Afterbirth Plus, and we need to get this dedication achievement. So we're playing the daily, but we're not going to be playing it like a daily. We're going to be playing it just like a normal run. Just because we just need to get through the dailies to get the dedication achievement. Which we have to be close. It's only 30 total. So I don't I don't know where we are, but it can't be that far away. We only need to get to Mom's heart. That's not very far at all. So this shouldn't take too long whatsoever. And we can get Isaac out of our regular rotation. Which is, you know, sad in fact that, yeah, Isaac's a great game. We've been playing it a long time. But happy, it just makes room for new stuff. If this... Okay. If he kills me, I'm going to be so mad. Let's find our item room. There are item rooms in this challenge, which looks like there are, right? Because there are no items that it will tell you. There's no item rooms. There it is. We got other games to play. And also I was thinking, ooh, do we want extra pill room? I'm gonna just take it. Get some extra pills. If we're playing it like a normal run, then it's fine. I think normally we would want to avoid that. We want to avoid turning our cards into pills due to us wanting to possibly get a rune to skip past Mom's heart to make further progress. But whatever, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, this is obnoxious. I don't like this scenario whatsoever. Thank you. And stomp on the nub in the middle too. I'd really appreciate it. And also on dead cells, probably putting that back on rotation in a few more episodes, because I realized we completed Vagante, but we didn't actually do the secret route, the special route with the orbs and everything. I completely forgot about that. I'm like, yeah, I want to go back and see how that goes. So we'll be putting that back on rotation in a few days. I wish we had a little bit more time. If I can go back to 3 videos a day, that'd be excellent. That'd clear up a lot of these scheduling struggles that we're having. But we just don't have time for that, so we just have to deal with it. Oh, good, a whole bunch of nothing for our troubles. Fantastic. Let's keep going. Give me some fun weapons. Nice way to deal damage. I like it when dailies take on a theme and they're not just, you know, don't just feel like a regular run. So if we get some sort of theme going here, I'd appreciate it. Or some crazy items that we don't see very often. I always forget the virus slightly lowers your speed. It's such a weird little, such a odd little unexpected effect. Kind of makes sense, although if you're sick, you're supposed to be sick, then you're sluggish, I suppose, something like that. So I get it. I don't. It just always catches me off guard. Where are you hiding at? Because we're so close. We're so close to finishing up Isaac. In fact, we might have put Isaac on a lengthier rotation, but we're so close. If we just get it finished and get it off, then it's all over, son. We've done it. Very excited about. It's a game that we've chronically had all the achievements for. And one of the few games in my library where we've actually done that. I would like to keep it that way. Halo Fly is fine, gives us some protection from bullets, which would be very important as the Lost, of course. Can you? There we go. Tons of coins. What do you have for me? The razor that makes you take damage, but you don't really take damage. Gives you some invulnerability frames. Better than... Does it take Holy Mantle when we do that? Do we lose Holy Mantle when we pop that? I think we do. Do we? That seems awful if we do. I was under the impression that it doesn't actually hurt you, but it did kind of seem like the Holy Mantle disappeared after I used it. Huh. Because if that's the case, that's real bad. Oh, Guppy said, we'll just replace it for Guppy said. So that's 15 cents completely down the drain. Hey, you guys sneeze. Oh. I'm okay? I'm okay. Too much cat hair around the apartment, I suppose. Cats have been shedding from winter for like 3 months now, it feels like. Just walk into the kill zone here. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, flies. Fistula, not exactly the toughest boss in the game. Although it can get a little hectic, especially when we have no power whatsoever. Because all we picked up is the virus and a baggie of pills. And some extra HP, which does not help a character that doesn't acquire HP in any way. Yeah, we got that It's the Key achievement done. Even though I was trying to do it with the Lost. And then we just, alright, we'll just give up and do it with the Azazel, and then it actually worked out really well. I was afraid of just taking stupid damage and never being able to heal, but oh yeah, then in that run we had books. So we found like 2 libraries, and we were okay forever after that. So we just looked out as normal. I feel like after we cut Isaac out of our regular rotations, we're gonna be much better off because I won't be burning all my luck on getting undeserved Isaac wins. Thank you. Oh, good. Range upgrade. I'm honored. Hey, 9 lives. And bookable while. Yeah, we'll take the bookable while. Let us kill bosses faster, I suppose. We're almost Guppy. It's just gonna be just like you're the Lost and you turn into Guppy. Because that doesn't seem like too crazy to me. Oh, we're so angry. The mystery sack. I like free stuff. So grab it. Instead of playing this as a normal run, not a daily. Just keep that in mind. If we're playing it as a daily, we'd be playing it much differently, because of course, in order to max out your score or time, whichever one you're really going for, we'd be making a lot of different decisions. Wah, wah. Don't ever touch me again. Actually, I mean that, because if you touch me, I'm dead. I don't think we need to win the... I don't think we need to win the achievements to get this dedication achievement. I mean, ostensibly, I'm pretty sure we can just start the daily and then die after like 1 room and still count toward the achievement. But if we're going to do it, might as well play through the run. A little bit of fun with it. What do we got? Oh, I was gonna do. I wasn't really feeling. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't really feeling Isaac today, but it's on. You know, it's on schedule. So maybe we'll do the Magicite run instead today. But I wasn't feeling. Nah, I'm not. I'm not there mentally. We're gonna do Magicite run. We gotta be 100% for that. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Although I do need to wake up early to do some errands tomorrow. Maybe I'll just record it later tonight and publish it tomorrow. That's probably what's gonna end up happening. Or some roguelites. Now it's Magicite. It's Magicite time. Thank you. Grab a couple bombs. Probably should just book a while in here to make this not take a million years. Alright, you've convinced me. Much better. And spiders are all dead. Thank you. I love to move in those oblique angles and take forever to die. This is a good room for Lost. Spectral Tears. Right through all of them. I'm going for a walk and after this. Oh my, it's so nice outside. Which we need to, where I live, you need to take advantage of that good weather while it lasts. Before it just turns into clouds and misery. So while the sun is out and it's smiling, we need to go out there and say hello to it. I would encourage you to do the same. If it's good weather, go for a walk. Just get like 30 minutes outside. Not your mother, I'm not telling you to go play outside. You're either an adult or a probably reasonably capable child at the very least. I'll encourage you to get some sunlight. Good for your skin, good for your mood. I mean, a limited amount, obviously. Too much sun exposure causes leads to skin cancer. But you get a little bit in your face and your eyes. Make sure your brain knows that the sun still exists. There's our boss fight, beautiful. Could go look around for the shop, nah. Because would I do that in a normal run? Nah, I think it'd be too lazy, so we're just gonna not go for our shop. Shoot these giant razors at the Stain. Why is he called the Stain? I never really thought about that name before. He's a polycephalus that can turn upside down sometimes. He's supposed to be the undid version of polycephalus, kind of like, wait a second. Oh my god. No. I'm a very slow person sometimes, I'm sorry. I just realized that the modified versions of the base bosses are all undid versions, right? I just got that. Because of Stain, he's like a, skeleton, bloody, gross version of Polycephalus. Monstro 2 is a zombie version of Monstro 1. The Cage is a did version of, a zombie version of Mega Fatty. And even Peeper, or the Bloat, is like a gross did, eyes already popped out version of Peeper. Wow. I have like 500 hours of Isaac, and I never thought about that before. Even, yeah, adversary. Oh my god. Because you've already killed them. I just never even considered that before. Like the adversary and the dark one. So the dark one's just a normal demon looking dude, and the adversary is all covered in bandages. Because you've already beat him. Oh my. I am so slow. I told the story before. It took me like 20 years to get Every Kiss Begins with K. I saw commercials as a kid, and I was like, oh, okay. They're saying when you buy their K's jewelry, you get kisses. I get it. I'm trying to market to that demographic. It seems kind of weird, but okay. And then one day, I'm just like, wait a second. The word kiss begins with the letter K as well. It's wordplay. I finally get it. So we just had one of those moments, considering that the bosses, and we have extra pill room. We should be opening this up. The bosses in Isaac. That was weird. I guess it makes sense that Mom's eyeshadow could sometimes be in there. It's kind of cute. Never seen it before. Makes sense that the bosses actually turn into zombified or wounded versions of themselves after you have already defeated them. And as obvious as that is, I didn't really think about it before. But that's fun. At least we learned something today in this run. It's not a waste of a run. I feel good finally having that revelation. That incredibly obvious, painfully obvious revelation. I just thought, I was like, oh yeah, Isaac's, the whole theme is morbid and grotesque, and I just accepted it for what it was without thinking about it. Because that just fit with the general theming so well. I was like, yeah, everything in this game is like a weird zombie or whatever. I only really considered it for Monstro 2. I think it's because of the names, maybe, because Monstro and Monstro 2 clearly are connected, like very explicitly. Versus the other enemies are obviously modified versions of each other, but they have different names. So maybe that stopped me from thinking about it too much, I don't know. $3 bill is a fun item. Murdering all these guys is fun. I can see forever. We got a bunch of luck upgrades. King Baby is some trash. A Joker card is the opposite of trash. We like ourselves some Joker cards. Hey, we're only going to Mom's Heart, so this won't take very long at all. Thank you. Take the extra keys, lovely. Going through this whole floor, I suppose. Alright. The charm, if you want to kill each other over there. Appreciate it. Why would you try to catch the bone? It's painful. What is this not XL? It's just a very awkward layout of the caves here. It's take us forever to find the boss fight. It's just a huge hallway. In Hearthstone, they announced the new expansion. I don't really play Hearthstone. I go in occasionally. I'll check out the new cards and everything, but I do like keep track of what they're doing. I think it's interesting, the philosophy of the card design and the meta and what people are doing, how they build decks, and how they play the game. I think that's just kind of it. I think even from an outsider perspective, I still find that very interesting. They're doing cards that transform and modify your hero. And I'm like, oh, Okay. Because it has an effect and gives your hero armor and modifies your hero power. Because it's supposed to be a Death Knight, because doing the Frozen Throne. So that seems pretty nifty. Good for them. Must be very creative, because Hearthstone's been around for a little while now. And they do lots of cards. They've done lots of expansions with lots of new cards. So the design team, they really have to like exercise those creativity muscles to think of new things to add to the game. Which I was thinking about that with MOBAs, because there's a lot of MOBAs out. But there's only so many ways you can have your little pseudo RTS characters move and attack and do things. So anytime, that must be really hard to beat. You have to design a reasonably unique character whose skills and design still make sense in the context of the game and being able to play and be competent character. Because you can have them do all sorts of doofy stuff, but if it's meaningless, then what's the point? So you have to have it has to make sense in some way. And you have so much competition, people making so many. It's just it must be real difficult. Give me that penny, I think. So mom should be, yeah, right here. We didn't get our item room though. Do I want my item room? Yeah, we might as well get the item rooms because it's fun, funsies. Although, well, we're guppy, so we can just crush her. And we're trying. Should we try and play? Oh, we're only in Acropolis 1, not Acropolis 2. My bad. Why didn't I? No, we did. I was gonna say I did use a stroke card last time. I'll take the mark, and we take black powder because why not? It's free. Mark is more damage. You don't need that item room. We'll go for a slightly better time. Which is fine. We have such a weird habit of playing Isaac slowly. As much as I played Isaac, and as quickly as I like to play all the other games we play, Isaac specifically has always just been a slow game for me. Why would you do that? Don't die. Not like this. Isaac's just never been. I've never played it quickly. I like to play all other games quickly. You often do. Isaac though, it just did struggle. I can see forever. Oh, Sloth's gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna last a moment in here.
Balls of steel.
Lots of really good pills we're finding. Power pill. Which I've rarely ever used, like, productively. Stop the knights. I'm working here, please. Gotta work on some of my Here's the Storm rank, too. I like Blizzard games, what can I say? Spider-Butt's tragic, so I don't really want it. So I'm stuck in gold because, so in Gold League, we're just going on our tangent of different games. It's how we can play Isaac. I play Isaac and then just talk about different games the whole time. So in Gold League, which is kind of, it's on the lower end of the spectrum of ranks, but I've been having a lot of decent games. Like, people seem to know what they're doing and they play well, and the games are they operate just fine. And everything's, I wouldn't even have guessed it was Gold League sometimes. Some really nice games. And then sometimes you get people that AFK pick some ridiculous champion even though they're the last pick in the draft, and then everything's ruined because they don't fill the roles you need, and then they blame everyone else. And why are you even playing draft mode? Just go play quick match. If you really want to play the one hero to the detriment of, irrespective of what everyone else is doing, don't play the draft mode. That doesn't make any sense. So then those games are an absolute mess. They just get a broad range. Some games are surprisingly good, and some games are exactly what you would expect out of Gold League level. Which is real frustrating when you're trying to climb. And Blizzard does not make it easy to climb. they make it take a while. You really have to invest some time in it. Which I would like them to maybe be a little more. Maybe throw around, make your rank a little more volatile. That way you can On the one hand, although you probably rank down faster if you're having a losing streak, you could rank up faster and not take an eternity to rank up. So if you are doing well and having some good games, you can actually rank up without it taking like 500 games. Because even if you're generally on average winning more than you're losing, so you're tending towards a higher rank, you're still be losing some games. So you're gonna be not gaining points that quickly. So you're gonna have to be it's just gonna take forever regardless. And with a game that's personal skills there, but it's kind of outweighed just by the teamwork of the team. So your personal skill level isn't as impactful as some other games. So that makes it then also even harder to rank up to where you feel like you should be. Finally, Mom's hiding out. Get him, flies. And by him, I mean her, because obviously our mother is probably a woman. Anything you ever want to... Nah, no thanks. Of course, in a normal daily environment, we would gladly do the boss rush. But the points... Especially being guppy, so it wouldn't really take that long. We're not playing it as a daily. We're playing it as I just need this flipping achievement, because I have a backlog of other games I need to start playing, but I don't have the space for them right this minute, so I want to play them this century. Which hopefully, within the month, we can finally get this sorted, because we only have to finish Isaac. Gungeon, we're still having fun with, we're still chilling with Gungeon. And our second slot is currently Dead Cells. I want to die here. Let's just wait, just calm down, just wait for all the poops to reappear. And then shoot through the poops. And touch the button, there you go. No problem. It's currently Gungeon, then we can open it up, alternate it with Vagante, because we finish the alt path in Vagante. We have so much money. Guppy flies, you want to hit that? Yeah, okay. 48 hour energy. We haven't even used... Did I even use Book of Belial? Have I just forgotten I had Book of Belial? I feel like I just forgot we had Book of Belial. Which, we're strong enough... I mean, it would have saved us some time for sure, but... Strong enough, it's not that big of a deal. Get out of your butt. Get away from me. Don't threaten me like that. You'll regret it. Reminds me, I had this one crazy roommate not roommate, it's just a neighbor. That's one crazy neighbor that they would go to bed super early. I think they woke up super early for church. They're like kind of really, this is back in college. They're like really religious students. They're part of the Christian club and everything. So they go to their Bible study at 5 a.m. or whatever every morning. They would get real mad because they wake up early. They're lame and they're also just lame. So they go to bed super early. They get like 12 hours of sleep and wake up at 5 a.m. So they go to bed super early. They would get so mad. We make any noise, they come over and yell at us because they're obnoxious. Because they're just, we make any noise and they're like, I'm trying to read. And one day we had friends over. We made a little bit of noise. Whoops, sorry. We're being social, like young men. What do you expect? As living with one other guy at the time. Even though it was a 3-bedroom house we had, so we had like this extra bedroom and nothing in it. It was a real weird house too. It was all skinny hallways because it's a duplex. So the house was like cut in half, so everything was kind of like thin and smaller than you'd expect. And also the basement was scary and haunted. We didn't Book of Belial again. We're terrible. Oh, we killed him so fast and whatever. Basement was like scary and unfinished and dark, and there's no lights down there. And then when we moved in, someone like hung a crucifix in the middle of the basement. We're like, oh yeah, this place is haunted. But regardless. Yeah, so one day, so it's the next morning, actually, it wasn't even that night. Next morning, she comes over and knocks on my door. It's super early, and I'm still half asleep, and I'm like, yeah, she wants to play out noise, yeah, whatever. She's yelling at me in the porch, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, sorry. And then I was supposed to go back to bed later. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she threatened me somewhere in there. I'm pretty sure she said, like, if we're gonna be sorry if we keep doing that or something. I was like, did she just threaten me? Because, first of all, it doesn't make any sense, because what's she gonna do about it? Second of all, why are these Christians so angry? Aren't they supposed to be understanding and not like throwing a fit that their neighbors make a little bit of noise? It was really weird. Like, kind of surreal. Because at the time, I didn't realize that I wasn't processing what she was saying. I was trying to get rid of her. Mostly because I thought her complaints were absurd. Because her noise was totally, it was reasonable. The amount of noise we're producing and the times we're producing it, it's totally reasonable. We're trying to live our lives. Sorry if that's intruding on you. Also, she just like the third time she's done it, and I was done caring about it at that point. But yeah, she's. So wait a second, she threatened me? Is she allowed to do that? And then one day, oh my god, even worse. One day they had a party with their Bible study friends, and they all were hanging out in their house, doing whatever it is Christian people do at the parties, and they were making noise, and it was like way past their bedtime. It was almost 9 o'clock. Which for them, because they're living the life of 90-year-old women, was very surprising that they're still awake. I'm like, these filthy hypocrites. Strange, because initially I thought they were lovely people, and they're like, no, we go to bed when we want to go to bed, and the world revolves around us. I'm like, they're kind of nasty, aren't they? They have not been studying for all the time they spend studying the Bible. They haven't been learning very much. Hello, Mom's Heart. Oh yeah, we can remember to actually use our destructive spacebar item here. And that's the end of our... You wanna go... I'm gonna go in here to see what we would get. We could go deeper. Alright, obviously, that's really nice. Obviously, in a real daily scenario, we would do that and go down there, but we're just gonna end this. Time 176 score. I'm really surprised. It's kind of early in the day, so I'm still kind of surprised we're almost top 500 for just not going on for obvious benefit. But anyway, that was our Isaac for the day. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more following Twitch.xdeal, and I'll see you next time.